Welcome to Unit 1 of Computer Science 2. In this short video, we're going to talk about the switch you're about to make from notebooks to modules in Python. So, up until now, you've worked with Google Colab, and you also know that there's other programs like Jupyter Notebook that works with notebooks. And notebooks are documents with cells, and each cell can have either text or code. You can execute cells in any order, and you can interleave them as you wish. And then you can have, for example, the exercises you wanna solve, and in between them the code that actually solves the exercise. You can also execute each cell separately and independently of each other, and each cell shows you the result. So for example, if you evaluate 2 plus 2, it showed you 4, and the output from any print statements, and it appears directly below the cell. It's very good for quick iterations. It's very common with data scientists and other computer science adjacent professions, because it's very fast to build up a short script with a notebook for prototyping and for presentations, as you can interleave the code and the images that you want. However, in this course, we're going to work with Python modules. Python modules are just text files. And they just end with .py instead of .txt, and they contain Python code. You can run each module individually, so for example you can say Python space and the name of the module to run a given module. In this case we're running hello world, and it prints hello world on the screen. But unlike cells, when you run modules, you cannot see the result. So if you run a module that contains 2 plus 2, it will not show 4. You have to print anything you want to see on the output. Additionally, you can import modules into other modules, so you can produce more complex software. So instead of writing the hello world function every time, or writing a, Fibonacci function or any other function every time in every file you need it, you can import it from a previous module. And if you go check any other Python programs out in the world, you'll see that most of them are written as modules. In this slide, you can see a circle module, which first imports a constant pi from the math module, and then defines a couple functions to work with circles. In this case, the area and the perimeter of circles for a given radius. Then it performs a couple print statements, first to tell us that we have a circle with radius 10, and then shows us the area of the circle by calling the circle area function. You can see on the left that running and importing a module is the same. So we've already run a module in the previous slide, but here if we run Python and the name of the module, circle.py, we can see that it prints both statements, circle with radius 10 and area is 98.7. But if we enter the Python shell, or we write import circle into a file, we can see that both statements are still executed, and we can still see the output, right? So whenever we import a module or we run a module, methods are loaded into the memory. So for example, circle area and circle perimeter are loaded into memory, and statements are executed. So both print statements are executed in both times. This is not always the behavior you want. So in most cases, you're going to want to move these print statements to a different location of the program, such that whenever you import this circle library, you don't have to deal with this pesky output that was just a simple test. To that end, we have a hidden variable in Python called name, surrounded by 2 underscores on each side. I've written a short test file here, a test module, and we can see what happens whenever we run it. So whenever you run a module, the name variable is called main, surrounded by 2 underscores, right? So if you write Python space the module name, you'll get main surrounded by 2 underscores. But if you import the test module into a file or into Python, you'll just see that the name is test, right? And then we can differentiate between the two states by checking whether name is equal to main, with 2 underscores in both cases. And an if statement like the one below can help us. Recall that we surround main in quotations because it is a string. And then we can place every element we want to execute conditionally only when we are executing this as the main module as the statements inside the if statement. As an example, here's the modified version of circle.py, and you can see that now that our print statements are inside the if, running the module prints to the 2 statements, but importing the module doesn't, because the 2 statements are not executed because the if condition evaluates to false. Now we can run any method we want from the circle module because we have imported it, and we can work with the result or write our own functions based on that. This has been a short introduction to Python modules. I'll see you in the next video.